Good afternoon, dear people of Cameroon. I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. Cameroon is moving in a transition season this October 1st. Many people were thinking Cameroon is like a kind of the Northwest and the Southwest was given independent on October 1st. But some few individuals came in this period to say they want to divide Cameroon into the southern Cameroon and the French Cameroon should go their own path. So for me, what God has installed in me, I have seen that God has has taken back the leadership position from the French Cameroon and handed it over to the English Cameroon, so that now that the English Cameroon will be under control for them to construct what they have destroyed. I don't know how the country is going to look like, but I see no hatred, no violence. I repeat, no violence. Because when we were slaves, they were unable to have pity on us. So now that the English speaking will be in control of the Cameroon, there will be no hatred. If you see that you cannot take it, you cannot take the disgrace, and then you pack your bag and then you go. We are not ready to divide Cameroon, but we are ready to work with you guys hand in glove. I repeat, we are ready to work hand in glove. The government is a continuous something. Nobody out of government will be able to claim he will work with the government. I came to America to study the culture of the American people. So it was a kind of a cross-cultural program. So what I studied, I have studied the culture, I have studied the educational system of the American people, so that when I go back to my Northwest people, where my station was located, I was teaching in GBHS downtown until the call of God finally called on me. This is the year Cameroon, a peaceful takeover from the old regime. As I stand or as I sit in my own private space given to me by the Virgin Island people, government of the Virgin Island, under the supervision of the United States of America, I can go to any part of America as an international teacher. Before they could change policies, they granted me all the document access, even access in such a way that if I want to say I don't want to go back to Cameroon because of the crisis, the government will still keep me here. So Cameroon, as today marks the independent day of the English-speaking region, I will say today marks the freedom day of your slavery in your country. As today marked a day U.S. Virgin Islands will soon be considered as one of the states in the United States of America, so do the English-speaking region have their independence, have their visionary leadership stated. The government is already set up. Nobody is going to upset the government to say they want to form another government. So we would like to see things the way it should be. If anybody is coming saying that they want to upset the government, they want to upset everything to make something, to make a new one, I will tell you that is not the Bible. Before the creation of the Bible, there were a leadership position. There were kingmakers, and only a king will have the Spirit of God fell on. So if a president, if a leader have that spirit bestowed on, that leader is not going to upset the organization of the government put in place. Every position stays. Everybody that held one or two or whichever position they were holding in active service, they stays. Whoever except the head of the government, which is the prime minister, the position will be resetted in such a way that prime minister will now come from the francophone region and the president will come from the English region. That is just the little recession. Anything that was twisted in such a way that the francophones were the head will now make it in such a way that the anglophones will be the head and the francophone will be the vice, the prime minister. So the peaceful transition has already taken place, and nothing, no firearms be granted to anyone for any reason. I would like to say October 12th is going to be peaceful because the president, the new president, remains coming from the ruling party, who is the CPDM, Cameroon People Democratic Movement. The government is saved with peace, work to maintain the serenity in our fatherland. The secret of the government is held by those who are working with the government, the civil service, the civil servant, the government employed. So, what do I mean? The only candidate standing for the CPDM people is President Paul Biya, and Paul Biya remains the candidate. If Paul Biya is standing in front, then I should be a humble servant to learn about his leadership skills. Those are my own major policy God will set in place. I thank you guys for watching these videos. These videos is not to create chaos, but rather is going to create awareness that nobody will leave the bush to come and lead the presidency. Anybody that was not in the government will not force himself to get into the government house to control the government house. So that is the policy of the government. That is some of the secret the government knows. So if you can share these videos for it to go far within, so that people that are trying to fuel, I can say people that are trying to fuel violence, instead of contributing money to buy bullet, you should contribute money to send to those that are in the suburb. They are unable to have money to feed. Let us build what was destroyed. The time has come for peace to reign. The time has come for us to protect our fatherland. The time has come for us to set the territorial boundaries. I thank the American people so much for a great job. Well done. I thank the British people. I thank the French people. I thank the Canadian people. All those embassies represented in the Republic of Cameroon. I thank you all. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.